Should I be worried I'm chatting with head of HR?
No.
So, do you promise me that anything that we discuss here have no implications on
your appraisal?
the moment we step out?
No implications.
I'm going to start with sucking up a little bit, and it has nothing to do with, I really mean it, but I think you're one of the nicest HRs that I have known in my life.
Okay.
Because I just think so. I think you have a really good vibe, and that's really nice, and I've liked that from day one.
Yeah, you've said it.
Yeah, I really liked it, and also because you helped me out, especially a little extra, so I guess I'm a little partial with you. But Astrid, you've been here how long now?
I joined here end of November, and
when I was just going on my
marriage leave.
Leave, yeah.
And it's 8 months. Yeah, 8 months.
It's been 8 months.
Yeah, it's just.
And when you came, I remember there were, even when I joined a month before you. And I remember so many processes were missing, and the moment you came from a very structured company.
Yes, I did.
How was your experience, just the transition?
So, it was a very conscious decision that I took. I came from a place which is a large company, and everything is set and everyone just toes the line.
Yeah.
And very conscious decision when I met up with, so my interview was with Rahul, Nayan and Vishal together in a coffee shop. So I had all of them as a panel, and I was quite sold on the idea because I knew it's not really a startup, it's been there for 10 years. Yeah. But at the same time, there were processes, but it was madness. So I knew I would be getting my hands a little dirty and putting some method to the madness.
Yeah.
So it interested me from a point of view. I was doing a servicing job in HR, which is set. No grey cell usage over there. So I got into this job because I said, okay, let me use my grey cells.
But tell me something, what made you take the job? Like, you must have had how was your interview? What made you?
My interview was, as I said, in a coffee shop. And it wasn't ending.
Really?
Because one person would finish asking questions, and then there would be some questions from Nayan and Rahul, and I was expected to meet with only Nayan. And suddenly I saw two more gentlemen coming for the interview. And it was a good interview, but I think they didn't even wait for me to go home. They told me, okay, you're shortlisted, when can you join? I'm like, आप सोचो, आप मेरे papers देखो. But they were like, no, we are good.
So why did you say yes?
I said yes because, as I said, it was a very good proposition. I would get to take decisions on things like digitization of HR, which we've done.
Big one.
So I was always a person to execute in my past job. So here I get to take decisions on doing this.
You know, Astrid, I have seen although, I really liked you from day one, but I have consciously seen a change in you pre your surgery and post your surgery.
Yeah.
Do you personally also feel that?
I do. So, to be honest, when I accepted the job with Shipyaari, while I was serving my notice at the previous organization, I was hospitalized for a medical condition, and during that hospitalization, they called out that I would need to undergo a major surgery, but I have to wait for 3-4 months because my vitals had to stabilize. So तभी मैंने Rahul and Nayan को inform कर दिया कि this is going to happen. So it's your call. I'm still serving my notice.
Before joining?
Pre-joining. I called it out to them that I will be off for some time. You take a call. You have every right to change your decision. But I think Rahul was very supportive, and Nayan also. So they're like, no, we've chosen you as a candidate, we'll support you. And Rahul even made that call while I remember I was in hospital for those 2-3 days. Rahul called me and he told me, I know you're not going to get salary that side. I know you're not going to get salary here for another month. So do you want us to advance some money? Who does that? So I think that was great. I told Rahul, I don't need it. If I need it, I'll reach out. I'll manage.
So nice.
But
it's very reassuring to know that you're going to a good
and
side.
I knew that my job was secure.
Yeah.
When I joined also, because the medical conditions just kept getting worse, because I could not do the surgery at that time, there was a wait period. It was very difficult. I did the surgery in April 1st, it was a planned surgery. And the doctor said you'd be off completely for a month because healing time. And it's very refreshing that nobody called me in that 1 month. Not that I was not required, but that they actually gave me that peace of mind for the healing And my doctor was surprised that the healing happened within that 1 month.
Acha.
And it was a clear healing. So she actually gave me a green chit. After 1 month, you can resume work.
Wow.
We expected it to be longer, and she actually told me, I'm surprised. But
And you came
yeah, I came with like
energy,
full.
which was fantastic.
I was still recovering,
Yeah.
but I was good. I mean, I had this fresh burst. So you're talking about what is the change? It just instilled in me a complete new sense of self-belief,
Yeah.
and highly motivated that the founders did not behave strange. Oh, she's not there for 1 month and kya kar rahe hum and all. Nothing.
Yeah.
I didn't face a pay cut during that time. They adjusted it with all my leave. So very thankful.
Health है तो सब है यार. Honestly, I don't think
Yeah.
you can feel
Yeah.
at your best if you're just not
Yeah.
feeling okay, right? I
Yeah.
think that's true. But tell me, Astrid, you set the rules over here, right? On so many levels. What is your idea of a culture, a company culture? What do you feel the culture of Shipyaari is or should be?
So culture is not something, first of all, that comes overnight. I'm not going to talk about what has happened in the past because there wasn't really a proper HR. There were people wearing HR hats who also had their responsibilities. But culture has to be set. When I say culture set, you have to gauge what are the satisfaction levels. Once you get those in, how do you manage to fix it? You can't fix everything, but at least the low hanging fruits.
Yeah.
If you tap most of that, you're 60% done.
Yeah.
And then the larger problems, they have to be worked at. That doesn't happen overnight. That has to be constantly prodded and worked at. And for us, I think our average age over here is about 26, 27. We're a young crowd.
Yeah.
So you can do a lot over here. And I've seen a group of people extremely committed. Lot of challenges are there on the job. Operations, I've seen them, but they smile through it, work through it. We've had heavy rains where people are drowning and swimming to work.
Yeah.
We had to actually tell people, listen, don't come.
That's when still some landed up.
Yeah, still some landed up.
Yeah.
But yeah, we have a good culture. We have to work on it. We are not there, but we have to work on it.
So Astrid, I have a very serious question to ask you. But do you know, while you're very chirpy in person, there's a joke that you're not aware of that Astrid's messages are super serious. And they are monosyllabic and just no emojis, nothing. And sometimes we keep wondering कि यार ये इसी को जाते हैं किसको जाते हैं because they're two different people. Why? Can we please know why your messages are so stern?
They are not stern. I don't think they're stern.
I think one emoji will help.
Where do you want me to put
Just
these
add
images?
an emoji, any emoji. I have a bunch of stickers that I can give you.
Okay.
It'll be quite cool and HR sending
I
stickers.
think so. Everybody knows me, but I don't think everybody loves me.
No,
because suddenly you will see mostly all my morning mails are.
How much can you love your HR? I think, let me just put it this way, there is only that much. And you're doing just fine.
No, I think all my morning mails which come to people, they're all group mailers, and that usually go out when something is not right, and which I've noticed a trend in the system, and I'll like, listen, I'm not taking anything from you, but I'm being watchful. I'm looking at the back. Just use this mindfully and sensibly, responsibly.
So what do you do, Astrid, when you're not working?
I do a lot of reading.
Really? Are you a reader?
Yeah.
Oh, how lovely.
I can't sleep without
Lovely.
reading.
What
every
kind of
night.
books you read?
I read only fiction.
Acha, nice. I think it's a great
and
to have.
web series watching.
Nice.
Yeah,
And tell me something. You've been working for so many years. I always believe that everybody has a work. Okay, basically everybody comes to work and they tend to do something which has no significance, no importance. It's not constructive, but it exists because मैं ऐसी हूँ. Do you have a work?
I have two. So one comes from the fact that I'm a English literature major. So if somebody sends me mail, even if it's an internal mail, and वहाँ पे there is the, this, that and problems, I have a serious issue.
Big deal.
So that is one thing. And secondly, if anybody sends me an Excel file, I can't work on it if it's not in font 8.
Oh my god, I have something similar. Like I feel like the column which should always be 13.
Okay.
So you're not alone.
So-
but I really feel that That's the best way to see an Excel sheet.
So I resize to it. I do my work. Sometimes I forget to resize it back while sending. So very often I send sheets to Nayan and he's like, okay. But that is a quirk. I can't do without it.
And my last question to you is, you know, you come from Dahisar. You take about 1.5 hours to reach.
No.
No? 1 hour?
Half an hour to 40 minutes.
And 15 minutes just to come up the lift.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
15 minutes to come up the lift. My question to you is, and I have my thoughts when I'm in the lift. How do you pass those 10-15 minutes?
So firstly, every morning I'll go and complain to that lady.
That's true.
Why only 2 lifts go to the 3rd floor? And,
are you the reason all 4 come to the 3rd floor now?
No, I'm not the reason.
Because then you're a revolutionary.
No, there are other people who also complain. And then I was asking them, you can't put 2 into maintenance and conveniently do this. Please do this on a Saturday. So every day, if I'm waiting far too long, then I'll go and have this.
And in the lift, when there are like 20 people pushing each other and standing, what are you thinking?
I'm actually, now it's rainy season, so I'm usually looking out and going to see how much it's going to rain. But I'm not thinking about too much otherwise.
This is good chatting, Astrid. I'm just happy that you're smiling.
Thank you.